Really, really impressed. We've got a big list here of potential stories they've been working on. What's been good to see is that they've all kind of taken everything on board from the mentoring sessions. So we told them to kind of really localise their story ideas. I mean, they all had really interesting sort of themes they were working on, but we essentially had to say to them, go out and find a local angle, go into Camden, go into Westminster and find local people that you can speak to. So essentially for the past 3 days they've been doing that, and I've just spoken to all of them, and each and every one of them have done really well. They've kind of clearly been thinking about this, a real kind of variety of stories. I think the challenge now is a lot of them really need to kind of get working so that we can get the finished article in the amount of time that we have.
I think students from the college taking part in a placement like this has got real benefits for the college itself. In future years, these students will be a role model for others to aspire to. It helps us create great case studies of what students can achieve. We've got students from a variety of courses who've made it onto this placement, not just media students, but students from health and social care, students from our ESOL courses. So it's really inspiring to those students, and of course, helping students raise their aspirations is what the college is all about.
So it's Thursday today, and we have until Wednesday to get the paper out. They're sort of in competition with other people in the office as well. The reporters have still got to put out the paper, and they've still got to get in their stories. So I'm trying to get them to be a bit competitive and be kind of really take ownership of their stories so they can get that spot in the paper that they deserve, really. So I'm really hoping that they can use the platforms we've given them in terms of their video training, social media guidelines we're giving them, to really take their stories to the next level, which is almost, you know, this is definitely not all about print. This is a huge digital project, and we want video and sort of good photography to be a really strong part of it.
Now the students are here, it's great to see them mixing. They didn't all know each other before, and now they're all working together. They're forming different groups, they're working on where their stories have similarities, they're working together. They're clearly encouraging each other. It's really nice to see how that group dynamic is developing. We've been part of a journey with these students, and seeing how it all turns out is going to be a great way to finish it.
You mentioned about crime in Camden, so what policies are in place to avoid the rise of crime in Camden?
We try and work with kids a little bit younger, so we're going to try and work particularly in what we call the transition period, when people moving from primary to secondary school.
I think the project went really well, and it was a great success. It was such a great opportunity for the students to showcase their talents, learn new skills and demonstrate their commitment. Each and every one of them brought something unique to the table, whether it's a skill, their personality trait or their passion for something. And it was really great to see them work together as a team. Like I said, every one of them has a unique personality, and we were worried about it a little bit because we're thinking there's going to be some tension, there's going to be some fighting, and who's going to be the editor, who's going to be a photographer. But there was none of it, and they just worked together perfectly well from day one. I think the main reason was because they bonded over their personal stories, and they kind of share their experience and share their passions, share their aspirations, and they helped each other in everyday environment. One of the good examples will be that some of them went out with others and helped them to take photographs, to video them, and to make sure they're okay and have all the equipment they need to an interview. they were actually helping each other on other stories. They just went out of their way to help their fellow students, which was great to see. So basically, the final event took place at the City of Westminster College, and all the students were attending, and some of them brought friends, some of them brought their parents, and some of them brought their tutors, which was great to see. The principal came as well, and we announced the winner. It was Carrie Jane. She's going to be joining our London team in the summer, which will be doing a 10-week internship with us. She demonstrated her commitment and her love and passion for this project, and she's a really good writer, so I think she's going to make a really good addition to the team. I think I can say on behalf of James as well, it was quite emotional to say goodbye, and I think every one of them has a bright future ahead of them, and I wish them luck. Whatever they decide to do in their future careers, it will be a success. They just need to demonstrate the same commitment, the same passion and the same work ethic that they did over the last 2 weeks.